Hello and welcome everyone to our channel Basic ICT PNG. Here in this video we show you how to create a reference list using Word 2019. Before we proceed, if you have not subscribed yet, press the subscribe button. In this video we first explain what is references or reference list. Then we explain the steps in inserting a reference list, followed by explaining how to add entries into the reference list, and finally we give you a practical example of how to create a reference list. So what is a reference list? Well, it is a list of references or sources used when creating the document. It is sometimes referred to as the bibliography. This list appears at the end of the document and contains information such as the title of the source, publisher of the source, dates, editor or writer of the source, and other necessary information. All sources listed use a certain type of referencing. The common types of referencing would be APA, Harvard, Chicago, and there are many others as well. In Word 2019, we use the bibliography command to insert a reference list. Now, so what is the bibliography command? Well, the bibliography command helps you to insert a reference list. It is found under the References tab and in the Citation and Bibliography group. Also, the Insert Citation command in Citations and Bibliography group under the References tab is used to insert entries into the reference list. Right. Next, we look at the phases in creating a reference list. Here we assume that you're working on a document and the Word application is already launched. Well, creating a reference list or bibliography involves a various number of steps that come in the following three phases. There are three phases in creating a reference list. Phase 1, inserting a reference list or a bibliography table. 2, phase 2 would be adding entries into the reference list or bibliography table. And phase 3, updating your reference list or bibliography table. So these are the three phases. Each phase has various steps. Phase 1, inserting a reference list. There are 5 steps involved in inserting a reference list. Step 1, you go to Insert tab. Step 2, go down to Citations and Bibliography group. Step 3, click on the Styles command to select the style of referencing. Step 4, click on Bibliography. And Step 5, select and click to insert the reference list of your choice. Phase 2, adding entries into the reference list. So after you create your reference list or insert your reference list, the next thing you need to do is add entries into your reference list. So to add entries into your reference list, you have to use the insert citations command. The insert citation command is used to in-text citation and to add sources to the reference list. And it's also found under the References tab in the Bibliography and Citations group. The 7 main steps involved in using the insert citation command are: first of all, you place the cursor at the location where you want to insert an in-text citation. Second, you go to the References tab. Third, go down to Citations and Bibliography group. Fourth, you click on Insert Citation command. Fifth, you add a new source. Select Add New Source. And fourth, you fill in all necessary information in the Create Source dialog box that appears after you click Add New Source. When you are done filling in all necessary information, you click OK. The information that you fill on step 6, information about the source. After you complete creating your in-text citations and adding your sources, you go to phase 3, which is updating the reference list. To update your reference list, you just carry out the following 2 steps. The first step is to click on your reference list that you have inserted in phase 1. In other words, select your reference list. Then step number 2 is you click update citations and bibliography. This option, update citations and bibliography, will appear after you've carried out step 1. Just that, and your references list will be updated. This is summary of the steps involved in creating a reference list. In phase 1, there are 5 steps. In phase 2, there are also 5 steps. Then in phase 3, there are 2 steps, which gives a total of 12 steps. All right. As an example, we will use this document on creating a table of content to create a reference list. All right. So this is my cover page. That's my table of content, and this is the body of my document. Now, the reference list always comes at the end, so we will scroll right to the end and place our cursor there because that is where we want our reference list to appear. The next thing we do is we go follow the steps of phase 1, inserting a reference list. So this is how you insert a reference list. Step number 1, go to references step, come down to citations and bibliography group. That step, you click on bibliography, and then you select either of these options here. You can select bibliography, references, or works cited. In this case, I will go for references. So I click on references. Now, as you can see, my references table has been added, or references list has been added. Next thing I do is phase 2. I have to add entries into this table here. And the way to do it is to do in-text citation. So let's say I got this from a book, source book. So the next phase is to add a in-text citation. So if I'm using a book, source is a book, I follow the steps here. So these are the steps of phase 2. I go to references list, come across to citations and bibliography group, go up and click insert citations. I click on add new source. I changed, this is where I changed the find a source that I've used. In this case, I used a book. Let's say I got a book, so I click on book, write the author. Let's say Cliff Jones is the author of the book. Title of the book would be Table of Contents. It was published, let's say 2024. The city is Mosby, and the publisher, let's say this works PNG. Now these are the main ones, but if you want to add more fields, you click on show all bibliography fields. You will see all of these ones. As you can see, The ones with a star beside them, those are the necessary ones. You must not miss them out. All right. But for case here, we just go for the main ones there. So I'll check this again. Now I click on OK. The last step is to click OK. You will see an in-text citation has been done. All right. The other step that I've missed out here is selecting the styles. These are the styles here. You choose the styles before you come down to inserting a citation. You select the style of referencing. So by default, it will be an APA style of referencing, and we want to use APA style of referencing. So I will say it's okay. All right. So what we've done is we've inserted a citation already. Okay, let's scroll up. Let's add another citation again from a different source. Let's say this here was taken from a different source. So we insert a new source. Same thing. We go to references tab, come down to citations and bibliography group. We click insert citation. But before we do that, check to see if the citation styles is okay. Then you click insert citation, add a new source. Now instead of a book, let's say we got it from a website. All right. Name of the author. Dow John. Name of web page. Let's say the name of the web page is basic ICT PNG. Name of website would be PNG. Name of the web page would be the table of content year 2025 month. Let's say, and this web page was created on January 13, and URL will be www.pesic.ictpng.com. And I click OK. As you can see here, our in-text citation has been added already. So far we've added 2 in-text citations. All right, and when we've added it, we'll mark them as entries into the table of content. So let's come down to the end of the table of content, which is, sorry, not table of content, our reference list. Let's come to the reference list, and then the last phase of it is updating the reference list. So you select your reference list, step number 1 and step number 2, click update citations and bibliography. And here I have my reference list. It's always best to put your reference list on a different page. So in my case here, I'll add a page break here to move my reference list to the next page. Right. So that's my reference list, and this is how reference lists are created. We have come to the end of our video. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you once again, and see you in the next video.